Clearly they're a side, and have been under his tutelage, who do win plenty, but that was another level. The latest weekend of league action kicks off with the form side anywhere in the women's game right now. Manchester City have won an astonishing 11 games in a row, but most astonishingly, win number 11 came against the champions Chelsea, and it came at Kingsmeadow. That was a first home defeat for Chelsea in 3 years, and it's one that has confirmed what many were beginning to quietly suspect, that City have the chops to take this all the way. They'll hope the international break doesn't break anything, but so will Everton, the guests this afternoon, who themselves won back-to-back in League and Cup prior to the pause. Brian Sorensen eyeing a big upset here today. Let's see if his team can produce it. Well, unusual nowadays to see the same starting 11 in 3 consecutive games, but that's what Gareth Taylor has done here, and you can see why. He wouldn't want to change anything. Nothing broken, nothing to fix. Such a multi-threat attack, at whose sharpest end is the division's top scorer, Bunny Shaw, with Hemp, Kelly, and so on in support. Friends reunited in the attacking departments today, actually, a pair who played so well together at Bordeaux in France. Shaw's goals there earned her the move to City, and her partner, more often than not, was Katja Snoys, who leads the line for Everton here. She finished last season with 5 goals in 5 games, but this term has brought only 1 more. She keeps her place, though. Around her just 1 change, and a late call, by all accounts, made only this morning, a real blow to Megan Finnegan, who started every match, and the only Everton player to do that this season, dropping out. Lucy Hope will drop in to fill the defensive gap, and Hannah Bennison comes into the Toffees midfield instead. So much made of this oh-so-dangerous Manchester City attack, who generally score tons and tons of goals. Funnily enough, lately, the defence has been shining brightest. Their last 3 games prior to the international interruption, 1 in each competition. They were all 1-0 wins. Tottenham, Arsenal and Chelsea, all by a single goal to nil. Clean sheets across the board in the last 5. So they haven't had to score bucket loads as they usually do. If they didn't have belief before that City win at Chelsea, they certainly will now. I suspect they probably did, but the difference now is that the public might be expecting more of a charge too. That brings with it its own pressures. Following a 4-game losing streak, Everton beat West Ham United in the league before the international break. They thumped Forest 7-1 in the cup before that, so feeling a little better. Hannah Bennison got 1 of those goals against Forest. But they know they're up against it here anyway, with or without Megan Finnegan. Manchester City at home in particular, although everywhere just now, so strong. Sean Gota next to Gareth Taylor there. Manchester City goal-scoring star and fan favourite in his own right once upon a time. Well, 5 of his side's 6 wins this season have been away from home. This would top the lot, though. Away we go at the Joy Stadium, into that slightly fractured part of the schedule, not just with internationals, but with cup ties as well. Even though the league is only resuming now, next up for both of these two is more domestic cup action, and oddly enough, they've both got Chelsea next, even though both have only just played them. City have them in the League Cup semi-final this Thursday, and Everton host them in the FA Cup next weekend. Everton in their change strip here, of course. Goals scored has been Everton's issue more than goals conceded. So up against this clean sheet run of City, it's going to be tougher still. Bunny Shaw brings the first cheers with her first run. Here is the always dangerous Hemp. Not a talk about her contract situation at the moment, Lauren Hemp. Coombs. Back to Alex Greenwood, who was an Everton regular from her late teens once upon a time. Quite a long time ago. 3 seasons with them. 3 more with Liverpool. Hemp here, taking on Galley. And the first corner of the game goes City's way inside 90 seconds. Definitely reshuffling things at the back here, Everton. Galley, I don't know if she just got dragged over then. On the right side momentarily. As ever from this flank, Chloe Kelly. Short into Park. Out by Hope. Clever reverse ball into Alexandri. Just been dispossessed. Manager of the month curse. He'll hope not. That was a pretty easy decision to make, the form his team have been in. And everyone fit and firing. Obviously the 3 points is all that matters for City today, but the way they can play, and Everton missing their rock at the back in Finnegan. Well, optimistic fans will be thinking it's a chance to get going on the goal difference and goals scored front, and that is all that's separating them and Chelsea at the moment. See, I'm sure, a hungry Man City team, if they do get in front, to keep on going and keep on trying to get more and more and more. Here's Park, 2 in the middle, 3 in the middle now. Leila Wahabi up from left back. Don't be surprised if this is the pattern today. With Kaspari, the full-back, on the other side here. It's a nice touch, that, from Madsen. Pressure's worked. Cheap giveaway, Bunny Shaw now. Hemp trying to clip it in for Shaw. It might work out for Coombs. Shoot, they say to Hasegawa. Shoot, she does. Well, of all their attacking threats, Yui Hasegawa isn't necessarily one of them, to be honest, but she does the hard work so the rest of them can get forward. But when it's domination of the ball like this, she too can. Her only goal this season was a winner last month in the Cup. The 1-0 victory over Tottenham in this run of 1-0s. Courtney Brosnan on the ball here in goal for Everton. Can expect a busy day, I'm sure. Good strength on the ball from Benison. 5th attempt for Bunny Shaw against Chelsea. Finally got her first goal against them, and that was the one. Really well taken to and really well teed up by Jess Park. 14, she's a couple clear of Chelsea's Lauren James at the top. Hannah Bennison hasn't opened her account yet, not in the WSL anyway. Van Havermate. Slightly awkward bounce for Hope. Dealt with. Another high turnover. We know it's what City do, right? The press. Brian Sørensen was talking about it before the game. Know what's going to happen. Know they'll come for us. He's having the bravery to play around it. Kasparai. Pinched it, they're giving it straight back again, and that's too cheap really for Everton, because they're not going to get a huge amount of time on the ball. Coach has been saying how they've been training all week on shape and being calm on it. Good as they are, Manchester City aren't going to surprise you with how they, well, line up at the moment with the consistent selection or what they do. Dealing with it can be another matter altogether. Rare touch here for young Keating, who's got in this side and stayed in it. Lily Roebuck not getting a look in and not involved at the moment anyway. It's actually a former Everton keeper, Sandy McIver, who is effectively number 2 to Keating now. It helps to have such experienced players immediately in front of her in Alexandria and Alex Greenwood. Here is the former. Scrappy through that middle third. Hasegawa neatening things up. Layla Wahabi now. It's not just Everton being pressured and hurried by City. There's a bit of it going the other way, and you could just see Alex Greenwood there telling her teammates to calm down. There's a bit of that going on. A bit rushed and frantic. It's a pretty blatant foul on Chloe Kelly. Hope. And long for Madsen. I'm not sure if Katja Snoy's up top for Everton has had a touch of the ball yet. They've got the Arsenal loanee as well, Katarina Kuhl, who is fabulous on the ball, but needs to be given it in good areas. And you'd have thought in a match like this, those opportunities will be seriously limited. They've been entirely limited so far, 10 minutes in here. Not too many alarm bells at the other end either, though. Nicely done by Alexandri, fans like that. Park in between the lines and allowed to run with it. This is dangerous. Kelly. Van Havermate just tall enough to get there, crucially, with Bunny Shaw waiting. Awkward. Coombs and Shaw, who got the final touch there. I think she's mostly missed it there, Laura Coombs. Just coming from a slightly deeper run. Absolutely onside and just got a skim of the boot. Difficult touch, but an open foot guider required there, and comes off Hope and behind. Solid connection, both in and out. Clever pass to Alexandri. Back out to the corner taker, Chloe Kelly. 5 City players in the box. Kelly might go for goal here. She does. It's turned into a handy pass via that deflection. Shaw and Coombs and Hemp. Well, no surprise, Chloe Kelly had a pop at goal. No one's had more of those than her in this entire league this season. Slight surprised that Bunny Shaw didn't go for a goal. So single-minded usually. I suspect she might pull the trigger herself next time. Keating to Kasparai. Greenwood. Too much on that. You can see the pass she was trying. Hasegawa under pressure. That's a nice ball from Keating. Kasparai able to take it on the run and keep on going here. Options left and right. Hemp would be the obvious one, and here she is. Hemp pulling it back. Kasparai finds her path to goal blocked. It hit Van Havermate. It may just have been curling wide anyway. That would have been a super counter goal. Out by Hope again. Layla Wahabi. Heather Payne, neat and tidy on that far side. Oh no, given away here so cheaply. Bunny Shaw, it's a gift. Best goal scorer in the division. Doesn't need help. Got a whole big bit of it there, and City in front. Oh dear. Gratefully gobbled up by the league's top scorer, but she barely had to do anything for it. You got to be good as a defence against this Manchester City team, and even then it's often not enough. But Justine Van Havermate here, I'm afraid, has got this all wrong. Lost her balance. Couldn't sort her feet out. Bunny Shaw did. 1-0. Gift. Justine Van Havermate will not want to see these replays. They'd actually done pretty well to limit the opportunities till that point. Don't suspect it'll change much of the game plan yet. From an Everton point of view, I mean. Here's Stenovic, the Norwegian. Benison wasn't the most helpful pass for her either from Stenovic. Benison managed to just about get there. Spartai in with the challenge, having just had a chance herself. That's a good ball. A decent touch from Madsen too. She needs some help up with her, and actually has won a corner. Spartai coming back with the final touch. Justin van Havermaet will come up for the corner. Funnily enough, she just made a really important block there. That may or may not have been curling in, and then just moments later, that. Near to Van Havermaet. Curled back in. It's a decent ball, that. Van Havermaet, for a minute, looked a favourite to get there. Stenovic, Benison, and Hemp is onto this. And being followed in a hurry. City coming up too, trying to make it a 4-on-4 if they're quick. Lola Wahabi. Back goes Payne to help plug some holes. Job done for now. Pushed away to arm's length at least. Spartai. Think she'll be quick enough to get there just. Chloe Kelly. What a brilliant cross as well into Bunny Shaw. Chloe Kelly has done superbly well to be that accurate and powerful with the cross, because she's so nearly run out of room here. Cracking ball in. Really was. Tough chance for Bunny Shaw anyway from that kind of angle, but a double touch. And an important one it was too. Lucy Hope getting the toe end. Skimming off the top of Van Havermaet's head. Bunny Shaw wrestling to win it back. Wahabi lashing it across everybody. It's turned into a pass. Back in it comes. Lauren Hemp point blank. Straight at Brosnan. Relief for Everton. Little bit down on goals by her standards this term, Lauren Hemp. Big one here in the home win against Manchester United though in January. Followed a couple of goals in a comeback win against Aston Villa. At that point for club and country it was 5-5, but a slightly barren spell since by her own very high standards. chasing down, you're seeing there from Rika Madsen and Katarina Kuhl on this side, trying to force the City error. Play around it very nicely indeed so far. At some point, Everton have got to try and get Wheeler and Snoys into the action. Worried about the back door at the moment as Hemp looks to pick up Bunny Shaw. That could have gone anywhere via the glove of Brosnan. It's smashed out by Stenovic. The Irish international starting to get busy here. Madsen helping it on. Really well contested in there. Cool. Trying to keep the ball at feet, trying to do good things with it. Punished maybe again, Chloe Kelly. Well, it's on target. Not only the most shots on target in this division, Chloe Kelly, out of anybody. The most chances created too. That was another one for the on-target column. That was Hemp's cross earlier on. Bunny Shaw waiting for a tap-in. Kelly, Kasagawa, Kasparai. Very quiet day at the office for the centre-backs here, Alexandri and Alex Greenwood. A lot of these sideways passes, they can both hit the long ball too, and Greenwood showing it there. Get them up the field nicely, Laura Coombs. Maybe something on the counter for Everton here. Heather Payne. Something for Madsen to chase at least. Nothing beyond that though. No 1-0 can ever be fully comfortable, but this is pretty comfortable. Just a reminder, they are level on points with Chelsea coming into this weekend. 8 games left for everybody from this weekend onwards, so even goal difference the same. Just goals scored by which Chelsea stayed on top. But not if this stays this way, it won't be. Bossing the possession, as you just saw, with 2/3 of the ball. It's a big share. Kelly, one-on-one with Stenovic. Teaser. She's just trying to pop it in there for Lauren Hemp. Right idea. Fraction too much on it, I think. Feeding it in there. A bit of curl. Not quite enough curl, as it turned out. Well, there's a bit of a smile from Courtney Brosnan, so one presumes it can't be too bad. Just hopefully not from her point of view. Actually started the season on the bench. Emily Ramsey played the first couple of games rather. But, Brosnan all the way since then. team talk here. Almost half-time in the first half, a little beyond it. Probably not the worst thing for Brian Sorensen to be able to get the players together. Well, we're going to keep on seeing it, even if Justin Van Havermaet never wants to. Nothing wrong with trying to come out with it. Layla Wahhabi was wrong side, but it's just a little stumble as she tried to play the pass. Fatal, as it turned out. It's a big Danish flavour to his squad. Funnily enough, not quite as many in the team as there sometimes can be today. Finished 6th last season, Everton. It would be seen as quite a result, I think, in all honesty, to repeat that feat, especially following the start they had to the campaign. First half of the season in general, really. Did lose 3 out of 3 in all competitions to kick off the season before they finally won a game, and they won at Anfield again, which they do so very well. So much so, you begin to wonder if Liverpool are going to stop playing the derby games there, because Everton have won all of them. Liverpool haven't even scored in any of them, never mind taking a point or 3. Brosnan seems okay. Gareth Taylor should be happy enough, but it is only 1. Brosnan fit to continue, and Lucy Hope with a little bit of a limp. Waiting to get the beacon on as we get going again. Shaw, that's where the space is. Jess Park in it. Kaspari, Chloe Kelly. Underlapping run from Kaspari, nice idea, just pulling the defenders around. Can be useful even if not used. Asagawa, Alexandri. Kelly looking for Shaw. Oh, and she's in again from another mistake. Bunny Shaw here. Tried to tee it up for Laura Coombs. That's the second time in this game that Bunny Shaw's tried to find a teammate when you expected to pull the trigger. Doubly surprising. Certainly a suspicion of offside, but the flag did not go up. I think if that's on Bunny Shaw's right boot, which it could have been there, but not there, she probably would have been pulling the trigger. Disappointing finish that from Laura Coombs. Scored a few this term. Of the 2 in central midfield, she's the one who's more allowed to go join in. Hasegawa tends to be the one that sticks. Here's Cool, who is such a lovely player to watch, but generally able to show it today. Galley, wasteful, because that's a promising moment for Everton. They had 4 forward as well. Better passer than that, Aurora Galley. Cannot give it away with cheap passes like that on the rare occasions they get the ball in the City half. Half an hour gone. No threat at all, I'm afraid, from Everton. For those of you out there as neutrals wanting to see a good contest, it's a comfortable 1-0 this for a very good Manchester City side. Kiara Keating there. Nothing to do but a bit of basic footwork so far. Park. Quick enough and strong enough to hold off Claire Wheeler with Kelly outside her. Here is Chloe Kelly. Look how many are in the box. Oh, she's overhit it. Overhit for Hemp again, if Hemp indeed was the target. But the Lionesses' star has won it back. Bunny Shaw. And Kelly. And Kaspari. And anywhere will do for Everton. Just on the ropes a bit there. Alex Greenwood, always happy to step up. A little bit lucky to get it back, but she has. Park. Nicely done by Jess Park. Layla Wahabi with Bunny Shaw to aim at. It's over her. And Hope got the call to leave it instead of it too. A fair few overhit crosses from Manchester City today, otherwise they may well be further ahead than they are. Not merely this one, but Chloe Kelly a moment ago had 3. Put it way over all of them in the box there. Game against Chelsea was Jess Park's first league start for Man City. All 9 of her previous appearances this term had come from the bench. Played the cup game before that as well, so suddenly 3 straight starts for someone who's only ever coming off the bench. This is the thing with bad injuries. Really can present such an opportunity. Jill Roord, the ACL injury, one of so many in the women's game. That's what has presented Jess Park with that opportunity. Pain for someone, gain for someone else. They only get rid in an aerial way like that when they absolutely have to, Everton. It has cost them once today. But it is the way that just about everybody plays, his team included. Not that many visiting sides come and get much here. Everton's away form has been better than their home form. Well, Brosnan came. It's going to be okay. It's going to be mopped up here, but that is a let-off. One of those horrible moments you imagine as a goalkeeper where... Was that out of play? It was. Where you start to come and then realise you're not going to get there. It's pretty rare you'll see a keeper stop and go back, actually, because obviously they're then stuck in no man's land. And a stand-up challenge that did enough. A little bit of shin there. Oh, it's a glove. It's a fingertip outside the box. Got away with that one. Lauren Impey missed it. So did I. You might feel like Everton need every bit of assistance they can get. Gratefully accepted, I suspect. Hasegawa. Nice take that from Park. Benison tried to pull her back, and then Benison's pass a little overhit. It's funny, didn't see much of an appeal, did we, from Bunny Shaw? Maybe she didn't see it. I mean, obviously it happens very fast. You could see it flick something on the way through, but that would have been an interesting call to make. I suspect a yellow card and a free kick. It might easily have been a goal anyway. Hemp, 10 minutes of stoppage time to go, and there'll be a bit of that. Nicely done by Hemp. Here's Layla Wahabi with 3 to aim at. No one on the far post. Payne dragged out to the other side there momentarily for Everton, which means she's not over here. Galley filling in for her now. City ball. Hasegawa. Just step off her. She's going to give her time to pick whatever pass she wants. She goes for the simple one with Greenwood coming up to support. Laila Wahabi, not so much a left back in this half, more an extra left wing. Allowing Lauren Hemp to do not anything, really. Hasegawa down the channel for sure, and Brosnan was confident enough she'd get to that one first. Just keeps on coming back. I suppose the best thing you'd say for Everton is they aren't technically out of this yet by any stretch. It is only one. In a way, City will be equally disappointed at the break, I think, to have only scored one, given the domination. Cool. Didn't have that amount of time. Jess Park has pinched it. Shoot, said the fans. She's gone for the pass instead to Kelly. Back towards Park. And Shaw in there. Kaspare up every bit as high in this half as Laila Wahabi on the other half. Jess Park. Driving run. Oh, lovely dummy. Just didn't sit for Laila Wahabi to pull the trigger. Super use of the body there. Everyone fell for that. Here she is again. Van Havenmate in the way. Look where Kiara Keating is. Hasegawa. Hollywood ball. And that's a little on the short side. Brosnan had to get out quickly there, try and smother that angle on Bunny Shaw, and she did. Lovely pass from Yui Hasegawa for Chloe Kelly. Stanovic dealt with it well enough here. Done that bit. Then underhit the pass. Look at that. Frightening statistic. But it also tells you that Everton will be doing very well to get in at the break, only 1-0 down. 12 City shots, 6 of them on target. 0 and 0 in the two columns for the guests here at the Joy Stadium. Very little joy for them so far. Kelly. Jess Park always seemingly there to offer herself to whoever's got the ball. Coombs trying to pop it into Shaw. A little bit fortunate to get the ricochet. Laila Wahabi finds Lauren Hemp. Good run in behind from Coombs, just trying to stretch and pull around. Everton defence, Van Havenmate following her. Hemp back to Laila Wahabi. She's got the room for the cross here, has she? She has. Nearly pinched it, Bunny Shaw. Scored in the cup against Everton as well as the hat-trick in the reverse fixture. Scored in the win over them last season as well. We're sick of the sight of it. Certainly won't be the only defence that is. Everton did score in both league matches against City last term, albeit late goals. So the score lines themselves, you think, oh, they must have been close. They weren't as close as the score lines would suggest. 3-2 to City on that right at the end of the season. Manchester City were 3-0 up for a long time. Everton scored twice right at the end. And the same, actually, earlier this season. 2-1 City won at Everton with Tony Duggan, somebody who scored a lot of goals for both clubs, of course, getting a very, very late one for Everton, who had been 2-0 down. No pressure on Courtney Brosnan here. She'll welcome that. Hope. Putting it into Galley. Benison finding Bunny Shaw never too far away. This time it's Park putting the pressure on. It was a comfortable City win here. Look in the head-to-head a couple of years ago now. Alex Greenwood and Laura Coombs on the score sheet in a 4-0. The scorelines at least have been tighter, a bit like this one here, a tighter scoreline despite a dominant display. That's kind of the theme when these two meet. And another theme is Bunny Shaw scoring the goals. Layla Wahhabi stopping Heather Payne in her tracks, just as Everton looked like they might be able to start posing a problem or two of their own into the final minute of normal time. And Alex Greenwood coming out with the ball. Here is Park. Kasparai. A bit of City ball right by the corner flag. Asagawa always given the time to assess her options, pick out Park, who keeps on picking out that little position between the lines of midfield and defence.
Fourth officials indicates there will be a minimum of 3 minutes.
Minimum of 3 added minutes to the first of those, as Manchester City patiently see if they can open up just another little gap to seize through. Don't think a 2-0 lead particularly would be flattering if they were to go in with that. Now then, there's a pass on, and there's a chase on. Payne's not going to beat Alex Greenwood to it. Still not a save for Chiara Keating to make. A little lax there from Coombs. Just gives Everton a chance to get some players up. Burgle themselves a half-time 1-1 maybe. One good ball is all it takes. That wasn't, and it was offside anyway. Oh, it's a gift from Keating! And where the Van Havermaet mistake was punished at the other end, this one is not. Huge relief for City's young keeper, who's just given it straight to Rikke Madsen and not been punished for it. Can you imagine? Payne, overhit. Big sigh of relief back there. Maybe just lulled into inertia here, Kiara Keating has had no pressure at all at any point. Golden opportunity, gifted back. Not going to get many, if any, like that when you come here. A free opening. Leila Wahabi now. The 3 minutes of stoppage time are up. And there is Lauren Impey's whistle. Bunny Shaw scoring yet again against Everton. 4 games in a row, 7 goals in those 4 games, and this one, unfortunately for Justine Van Havermaet, was put on a plate by the Belgian defender. So it is only a 1-goal City lead. It could easily have been more. Whether it'll be enough, we'll find out soon enough. Can they get her and Katja Snoys into the game? They'll just have to be that little more bold, but it's so easily said and not very easily done, that, against a side that can get at you in so many different ways as City can. But Piemonte straight into the action there with that pass. And here is Snoys, doubling her touch count in the first few seconds, I suspect. Out by La Alexandri. And something to do with the gloves for Kiara Keating. A decade as a regular goal scorer in the Italian game, Martina Piemonte. 13 of them for Milan last season, and a summer recruit. No changes from City. Yet again. Third game running with the same lineup, same shape. The only little bit of difference you might see within game time is the 2 wide players, Hemp and Kelly, switching over temporarily. It's another slightly slack ball out from Keating. Heather Payne with Laura Coombs for company. That's pretty calmly dealt with. Shaw, too strong and too quick for Lucy Hope. On go the breaks, here comes Lauren Hemp. 3 at the far post for Lauren Hemp to look for. It's a pretty disappointing ball in, actually, all things considered. Lucy Hope had the head start, but then just putting the brakes on herself to get head to the ball, and Bunny Shaw read it. Couldn't quite punish it. Hemp getting the better of Van Havermaet. This is Laura Coombs. Well, that had to be well timed, and it really was. Big tackle from Lucy Hope, this. She gets that wrong. She's off. Cool. The chance to be looking forward, ball at feet, very rare that. Heather Payne, good cross, Piemonte! Everton's best chance. A genuine danger on the counter-attack there, the Toffees. Suspicion of offside, slight touch from Katja Snoys, a more meaningful one from the newly arrived Martina Piemonte. Tough from this angle, even tougher after that touch. Did well to guide it on target. If she could have kept it down, there's a chance she beats Keating from that angle, but even so, you'd favour the keeper every time there. But a reminder that the contest is alive for sure. City's long run of clean sheets rarely been threatened today. Certainly was there, though. A reminder, their last 5 wins have come across 3 different competitions, all with clean sheets. They won 6 in a row before that, and they did quite often concede. Brian Sørensen having a chat with 4th official Kirsty Dow. Hemp here, suddenly surrounded, and keeping her feet. Wahabi back to Hasegawa. It's a nice turn from Piemonte. Heather Payne. It's just a little nibble as that ball went forward. Bit of a throwback Everton kit this, for those of you of a certain vintage might remember. Going to say late 1980s. Stenovic. Back to Hope. Megan Finnegan was slated to continue her ever-present season, but late decision this morning, and she wouldn't be up to it. Hope at the back with the armband on. Naila Wahabi. And Alex Greenwood, the former Toffee. 3 seasons with Liverpool as well after 3 years with Everton. Title winner with Liverpool, went to Manchester United, 1 season with Lyon, then to Manchester City in 2020. Too much being a runner-up for Manchester City's liking. Their last league title 2016, 4 years in a row they were runners-up after that. Hemp, delicious, and not gobbled up. Ronnie Shaw couldn't keep it down. That was hanging up there for her to bang in for 2-0, wasn't it? Great opportunity. And it wasn't above her. She timed the jump well enough, just misguided the header. Good chance. First time she played against Everton was in that 4-0, this fixture, a couple of years ago. She came off the bench then, but didn't score. Including this one, it is 5 scoring games in a row. It's been a 2 and a 3 in there earlier this season. Lovely from Hasegawa. Sweet feet, and off Van Havermate for another City corner. What a good chance for 2-0 there. You feel like it's a matter of time, and quite often that is what comes to fruition, but every now and then there's a smash and grab. Maybe that's what Everton are clinging on to here. Manchester City might start to get a bit twitchy if they keep making and wasting these opportunities to put a little bit more space between them. Kelly As ever from this side, it's usually Greenwood from the other. Chloe Kelly into the near post, powered back out past her by Piemonte. Park finding Kasperaj. Champions Chelsea at Leicester in the final game of this weekend's schedule, the evening match on Sunday. I'm sure Emma Hayes and her champions wouldn't have been expecting anything other than yet another City victory here, and quite possibly by 2 or 3 goals. As it is, they retain hope of a little bonus. Two really good chances for Everton in this game. Nice from Coombs. Hemp and Kelly have swapped, as they often will, and this is Lauren Hemp down the right for once. And she squeezed it in! I don't know how. Courtney Brosnan maybe surprised by the fact that Hemp took it on with the left foot, but either way it's 2-0. Maybe she was blindsided slightly. Well, there is that breathing room. It's taken a long time to come, but it is Manchester City 2, Everton 0. Nice give and go with Laura Coombs. She has venomous power. Lauren Hemp didn't see it there, maybe didn't need it there. It's bobbled its way into the corner. Courtney Brosnan will not be happy about that, I am sure. Maybe just the bounce before her that's done her there. That'll be relief as much as anything for City. So on top in so many ways of this game. Only now a cushion. Maybe not one that's going to last very long. Everton looking for an instant response. Heather Payne deemed to have fouled. The manager of the month can breathe a little easier. Short. Got the better of Benison, but not Van Haven, mate. Hope. Oh dear. Straight to Chloe Kelly. Very quick to spot that Lauren Hemp was on, and Jess Park is on for her. Here she is, Jess Park. Kasperaj with the run. Hope with the header. Shaw was the target. Hasegawa here. There's Piemonte, well read. That's nicely played. Really good from Everton. That's how you get out from the back. Piemonte making the run in behind. Snoy's pointing to where she wants it. Lovely way to pass here for Katja Snoys. And her teammates in the middle. I couldn't find any of them. Done well to win it back from Hemp and draw the foul, though. Free kick to Everton in a decent position. Five targets Out swinging and deep. Piemonte round the back. So is the final touch, or indeed the only one? Maybe fractionally offside anyway. Leila Wahabi certainly got a piece of it. But not the last piece. Well, 12 league goals. It's the lowest in the league, and his side need 2 unanswered ones here away at Manchester City. Although, City seem determined to give Everton chances. Decent spin, brilliant hit! Make that 13 league goals. Hannah Bennison. Out of nothing. But born of a mistake. There have been 2 or 3 of them this whole game from Manchester City. 2 or 3 times in an hour that they have looked like they might concede, that's all. But it's their own fault again. Hasegawa caught out initially. Wasn't the most helpful pass, but what a finish. One save all game long for Chiara Keating, and she wasn't getting near that. First WSL goal of the season for Hannah Bennison. It is a beauty, and it is one that gives the presumed narrative a bit of a handbrake turn here. His team are in it. 2-1. Long run of City clean sheets. It's over. It ends at 5 matches. Greenwood back to Keating, and you can see Payne doing the closing down. Will make Everton feel like they've got an extra player or 2 for a bit, I suspect. The nerves are back at the Joy Stadium in the stands. They've set themselves to very high standards this season, Manchester City. To win at Kings Meadow, something that nobody's done for 3 years. You've got to follow it up. They are just at the moment as Coombs wins another corner. Cannot chuck away a 2-goal lead at home to a far lowlier club. Certainly not if you've got pretensions for the championship. And this side have earned those desires quite brilliantly. Chloe Kelly with the corner. Looked like Van Havermate with the header there before anyone else could get a piece of it. Another corner from the other side. Alex Greenwood thumping it towards a crowded 6-yard box. Bunny Shaw with another header. Barely had to jump for that one, and just like the one at the start of this half, it was all there and couldn't keep it down. Studs barely off the turf here for Bunny Shaw. Wasted opportunity, and not for the first time. Kelly. Coombs Kelly again. Clever dummy. Down she goes. Lauren Impey, uninterested. There's an assistant over there who had a decent view of it as well. Chloe Kelly is still down. It's Jess Park. Finds Layla Wahhabi, who in turn finds Lauren Hemp. The second goal, hugely significant now. Still going here, Hemp. A wince of pain from Chloe Kelly, but on she goes. 13 WSL goals in her 3 years at Everton. Fairly long time ago now. She was a fringe player in her teens at Arsenal before that. Got a few X factors on show one way and another, including Alex Greenwood here. Like Kelly, had 3 years wearing a different shade of blue, that of Everton's. Alexandri gets a little fortunate to get the ball back. Everton ball, half an hour or so to go. See Aurora Galley there making a run from midfield to try and get in behind, down the sides in behind, and those are the kind of runs you were not seeing Everton players make in that first half. Katrina Cool looking for someone to throw it. Short. 1 goal today. Could easily have had a couple more. Little offload for Hemp. Chloe Kelly is in the middle, so is Bunny Shaw. Lauren Hemp. And another left footer from distance. On target, but simple. Scored in the league win here over Leicester a month ago, Lauren Hemp. A few games without, got a couple for England, as I'm sure many of you would have seen. Against Italy the other day. Emma Bissell just got her first Everton goal. Loney from Bristol City coming soon. Hemp. Hope allowed to travel with the ball. Here's the goal scorer, Benison, and what a goal. Able to pick her options here as well. No one going close to her. 4 in the box. Monte was interested. Katia Snoys was just offside there. A kneecap and a shoulder, I suspect. Not much more than that. Maybe on the right side of the attack, with either the withdrawal or indeed repositioning of Heather Payne, but let's see. In fact, we might find out now. Kirsty Dowell is the fourth official with the board. It's Aurora Galley coming off. And there is Emma Bissell. on loan from Bristol City, having helped them up. Just a few places above them in the table right now, but far enough, you'd think. 8 points the difference as it stands. Well, it's definitely a foul from Cool. Trying for a good long while, got her in the end. Well, Manchester City, not their usual slick selves today, is the truth of this. There's been some nice football, for sure, in patches, but I guess you can't do it every week. And at the moment, they are still winning every week. They're about 25 minutes away from 12 wins in a row in all competitions. That is super form. It's a slack pass from Hasegawa, though, and every one of those would just give Everton a little bit more encouragement. Thanks to the stunner from Hannah Bennison. It is very much still game on here. Jess Park, a little bit more space for Kelly and even more for Layla Wahhabi. Bissell has gone in there to that position on the right side of the attack, so the pain just dropping behind a bit. Gareth Taylor yet to use his bench. Again, Jess Park taking up that excellent position, and Everton haven't really dealt with that. Coombs, Layla Wahhabi. Justine Van Havermaid on the slide. We've hit 70 minutes. City corner. Their 8th of the game. Everton have had 1. Park taking it short from Kelly. Hasegawa just trying to change the angle a bit. Chloe Kelly here. Cross will come in now. Van Havermaid with the header. Coombs, Greenwood maintaining calm. Alexandri. Park back to Lauren Hemp. Twice a scorer for England in that 5-1 win over Italy. Spain. Incidentally, Piemonte is unused off the Italian bench in that match. He's doing the closing down there for Everton. That's a good take from Bunny Shaw. And Chloe Kelly's in a ton of space out here. City trying to make it comfortable again. Chloe Kelly trying to work the room. Oh, she's got it back, and she will get her shot away. Almost surprised to have that opportunity. Not enough conviction behind that one. Wheeler in short. Bennison. Needed more from Piemonte there, and it was really well read. Lara Alexandri, that's her game all over, stepping up there. Kelly. That was more slick. That was more Manchester City. Alexandri into Coombs. And here's the touch. Nice to see where that was going to go without the little deflection. Chloe Kelly's getting yet more corner practice here. Again, Van Havermate with the clearance. Shaw with the layoff. Busy Coombs. Never misses a game nowadays, Laura Coombs. Spent quite a long time being on the fringes. And then came the exodus of a couple of summers ago with so many quality internationals departing. Manchester City have done very well. Gareth Taylor deserves a huge amount of credit for keeping them such a force, considering the losses there were. The entire midfield. Georgia Stanway, Kira Walsh, Caroline Weir, all went in one off-season. Not only that, Ellen White retired. Lucy Bronze departed. So much experience, so much quality, so many medals. A new crop now in some departments, certainly in midfield and indeed up front with Bunny Shaw. Trying to do the job that Ellen White did so well for so long, and so far doing rather well at it. "20 league goals last season, Bunny Shaw. 5 more in the Cups, couple in Europe. 16 all competitions this term, all but 1 in the WSL, and she's drawn the foul there. 15 to play plus stoppage time. And it's still the slenderest of leads. With that in mind, looks like there are changes coming. I think that's Mary Fowler there. Hemp, head up, easily spells danger, and indeed she finds Kelly. Layla Wahabi up from left back. Cheeky little scoop from Benison, didn't quite work. Hasegawa moves it on. Hemp. Gaspare aware of the threat in behind her there. Katja Snois was just trying to pinch it. A little bit of jeopardy there. A little bit low-key in the crowd here as well at the Joy Stadium. Maybe it's nerves, maybe it's the early kick-off. Maybe it's just that they expected something a little more comfortable than this. Absolutely certain if you had offered Brian Sorensen and these Everton players just being 1 goal down with 15-20 minutes to play, they'd have taken their chances on that. Still in it. There's Chloe Kelly. Hasegawa. Away from Payne. Lovely way to pull that from Alexandri. And after a really good run from Park, for about the 15th time today, it's an overhit Manchester City cross. Weird. Here's Kelly. She's hit that really hard. We'll never know whether it was arcing into the corner or not, because it has clouted Van Havermaet. Really got hold of it. As did Park with the cross. The tall Belgian has blocked a lot of things today. It's a shame about the individual error on the opening goal. Although, having said that, maybe there are times you stay down. No bad thing. And it will be her last action, Chloe Kelly. It was Mary Fowler getting ready to come on. There she is, the Aussie.
Being replaced by number 8, Mary Fowler.
Bit of a drink and a reset here for Everton. Just look at the raised arms here from Van Havermaet. Hard to tell whether it burst through or past them. This might give us a bit more of a clue. Well, a bit of both, and if you make sure you lie down afterwards, Lauren Impey is clearly going to think it's a head contact. It still looks like it might well have been. Could have been a penalty, though. It's a risky run, certainly, bringing him up to that height. And this side still can't get clear here. Lively game, one way and another. Van Havermaet has done a lot of really good defending. Unfortunately, that won't be what she takes home from this if Everton don't take home any points. A regular for Reading, as is so often the case with clubs who are relegated. They lose a lot of their top players. City free kick as we enter the final 10 minutes. Going to be a good 4 or 5 to add on, though. Shaw. Well, Hope did well, and in fact has drawn the free kick, actually. That's determined defending, certainly from Lucy Hope, under extreme duress. I think Lucy Hope was asking the question as much in hope as expectation there. And it's gone her way. Marginal call. Tony Duggan. Well, this would be an X-factor goal, wouldn't it? In her absolute prime, scoring goals for Manchester City, having done so for Everton first time around back for a second spell now. Can you imagine? She came on to score a dramatic late equaliser here. Well, the first part of it's happening. She's coming on.
Substitution for Everton, leaving the pitch, number 19, Heather Payne, being replaced by number 9.
Heather Payne making way for her. Scored a late consolation in a League Cup game against City already this season, Tony Duggan. Also scored against Nottingham Forest in the FA Cup the other day. Has not yet scored a WSL goal this season. One of this division's all-time top scorers. Used to bang them in for Everton and then City. Had a time with Lyon after that. Barcelona and Atletico Madrid. Champions League. Big clubs, big names, lots of big goals. Still only 32, amazingly. Here's the Hannah Bedison goal that has kept this one in the balance, really. Postage stamp stuff. The underemployed Kiara Keating. Couldn't get there. In off the bar. Alex Greenwood just trying to keep everyone focused and intense here, because there's a little bit of drift about the game, isn't there? We got 6 minutes of stoppage time to go, and Everton are up the field high. It'll be their throw as well. Now it's nervy times for Manchester City. However comfortable it's felt, it won't be feeling all that comfortable right now, I don't think. City 20 shots, Everton have had 5. That's translated to the narrowest lead you can have in a game of football. Right now, going 3 points clear of Chelsea, who are at Leicester to wrap up this WSL weekend. The final game of the programme, in fact, 6 o'clock Sunday kick-off, that one, is Coombs. Keep it or go for it? Fowler to Leila Wahabi. It's patient. I think the answer is keep it rather than go for it. Maybe keep it until they can go for it. Turnover of the ball. Doesn't. Dispossessed. Asagawa. Nothing too ambitious. Brian Sørensen down there, demanding the closing down. Fowler's going to get to this one first. There's only Bunny Shaw in the middle. Fowler might not need her. Oh dear. Well, that really would have sealed it, having done so well to get there. It's a really disappointing finish. She's pulled it miles wide. Good timing of the run. Looks just onside. Here's the acceleration. See you later, Bissell. Disappointing finish. Last goal was at the start of the year at Durham in the Cup. And still, Everton retain hope, despite having been a pretty distant second best in most departments. How ambitious are they going to be here? Leila Wahabi just with the safe throw into Yui Hasegawa. Wasn't really tracked. Into the final two. Hasegawa. La Alexandri always offering herself. Alex Greenwood with the percentage ball down the channel, but it's an accurate one for Fowler. Scrapping away was cool. Duggan takes over, finds Hope. Hope to Stenovic. Hemp, Park outsider. To go back to mid-November, Manchester City lost a League Cup penalty shootout against Leicester. Since then, well, they started this amazing run with a 7-0 win over Tottenham. They have won every game now, and this will be 12. Oh, it nearly was absolutely confirmed by Laura Coombs. That is a stunning hit, and it was absolutely destined for the top corner. Courtney Brosnan with a good save. It's still game on by the merest of margins. Brilliant save. Stoppage time coming up, and it's still going to matter thanks to that save. Low and awkward. Nearly turned into a good bad one. Laia Alexandri trying to turn it into something. 4 added minutes and we're into them now. Lovely, calm, technical touches from Mary Fowler. Park. To Wahabi. Hemp. Usually happy to go at any fullback anywhere. Different requirement here. Fowler low and in between everybody in that 6-yard box. Bissell and Shaw included.
Substitution for Everton, leaving the pitch number 27, Elise Stenovic.
Elisa Stenovic
Being replaced by number 39, Izzy Hobson.
made way here. And Izzy Hobson making her WSL debut. 16-year-old. Played in the League Cup game at Leicester in January. That was her club debut. Now getting a couple of minutes here in the WSL. Keating clears under some duress. Everton have a couple of minutes to snatch a most unlikely point. One that would be treated like all three, certainly, by the travelling support and team here. And to be honest, by Arsenal and Chelsea as well, who play tomorrow. Jess Park's had another really good game in there. Really grasping the opportunity to get some starting time over these last few weeks, Jess Park. And of course, right on cue, she's just lost the ball. Here's Piemonte. Hasegawa. Minute away, Man City, from being confirmed on top of the table. There's been nothing overly convincing about this display, and they have been so convincing in so many of the matches in this long winning run.
Our player of the match today on number 11, Lauren Hemp.
Locally, Lauren Hemp been given the player of the match accolade. Keating couldn't keep it in. One last throw here, Everton. They've not made anything of it. Well, he might as well have his team go and press. Piemonte doing that. You never know where the ricochet may fall, but it's fallen for a goal kick. Gareth Taylor not sitting down next to Sean Gota now. He's down where his players are. We've had our 4 minutes. Anywhere forward will do for Everton. Shaw losing it. There's the whistle. And it is 9 league wins in a row for Manchester City, who are, as a result, the new leaders of the Barclays Women's Super League. Certainly not at their recent fluid best today. I'm sure even Gareth Taylor would admit that. 2 scrappy goals, really. Bunny Shaw via a gift. And Lauren Hemp's finish was not entirely convincing, but it bobbled past Brosnan there. In between, there was a flurry of City chances not taken, and just after the second of those City goals, Hannah Bennison turned it back to game on again with the best technical moment of this game. But for now, at least, Taylor and his players can celebrate being top of the pile. Over to you, Arsenal and Chelsea, because Manchester City have beaten Everton here by 2 goals to 1.